Deborah, listen. No, I understand, but listen. You really want to start practicing letting go of these preconceived notions you might have, these assumptions that you're making, these beliefs that you have in your mind about what's normal, what's right, and what's wrong. If you're not getting the pleasure and the satisfaction that you need from your husband in the bedroom, then bringing in a third party, it's something you owe yourself. No, he's not going to be offended. No, you bringing in an outside party to mix things up is you trying to work on the relationship. That's you saying, I love you. Hey there, my name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Badgurunightly, and I am Badguru. This show is meant to serve as a reminder that your attention matters. You see, what we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. We shape our world with the power of our attention. So it's important to be deliberate. And I am so glad you decided to give me some of your attention here. Tonight, we'll be talking about letting go of the way things used to be. But first, hey, how was your day? You had a good day? A great day? Awesome day? Terrible day? Horrible day? A day where you need a bath? I don't know what kind of day you had, but I hope you pay attention to your day, Pay attention to what's happening in your day. Pay attention to what's happening in your mind and your body. This is your moment to reflect on your day. Your moment to ask yourself, how was I feeling? And how did I choose to feel? And what could I have done that would make my day better? And how could I make tomorrow better? The only thing better than making today better is to make tomorrow better. Sometimes all you got to do is take a nice warm bath and it makes your day that much better. Do something for yourself. Pay attention. It's important. Yeah, I'm wearing clothes. I'm not going to be naked. Let's take a look at what the world is taking a look at, shall we? First video up here. I just want to take a little peek at what's popular on the internet. We got What If We Nuke a City? This is by Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. Let's take a look at this, huh?
In a major city, people are going to work, studying for exams, are lost in their thoughts and daily lives. Right here, a nuclear weapon is detonated and time freezes. The first phase of the explosion happens within less than a second. In a millisecond, a ball of plasma hotter than the sun appears and grows in a fireball to more than 2 kilometers across. Within this ball, everyone is just gone. Think of water dripped onto a very hot pan. A sizzle, and then there's nothing. Most buildings, cars, trees, tacky sculptures, and people, all evaporated. First, the flash, an intense tsunami of light, washes over the city in an instant. If you happen to have your head pointed in the direction of the explosion, it renders you blind for a few hours.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. What if we nuke a city? 4.896 million views on that. Nearly 5 million views on that video. 5 million views. I mean, what's that worth? What is that worth? 5 million views. I don't know. But that's definitely worth something. Probably have to figure that out in the future. Let's see what else people are looking at, shall we? This is Binging with Babish, $5 shake from Pulp Fiction. Now, the part of the video I want to show you is where he makes an expensive milkshake.
Which I'm going to do the only way I know how, by adding booze, but not just any booze. This is a bottle of Louis XIII, one of the finest cognacs in the world, blended from vintages ranging from 40 to 100 years old. And today I'm going to put it in a milkshake because, well, actually I'm not sure because it's probably a terrible idea. But hey, if you want to make the world's most expensive milkshake, you gotta go hard. So I'm going to start by very gingerly pouring in the absolute bare minimum amount into the blender and blending for about 30 seconds until completely smooth and studded with bits of of gold. Then we're just going to pour it into our $2 milkshake glass. Serendipity serves theirs in a glass made of Swarovski crystals, but I don't have one of those handy. Top with some whipped cream from the same cows that we made the ice cream out of. Top with more edible gold, which, to answer your biggest question, tastes like absolutely nothing. One Luxardo maraschino cherry.
I'm hungry now. I didn't know I needed the world's most expensive milkshake, but turns out that I do. Gotta get my hands on that. What else? Let's take a look at what people are taking a look at. Let's see. We got all sports trick shot, dude perfect. All right, let's take a look at this.
This is the hole-in-one birdie. Get it? It's a birdie in. It's golf, hole-in-one. Yeah, okay, here we go. This goes out to all the badminton players around the world. I know your sport doesn't get enough love, but this is for you guys.
Hashtag, yo, I'm the greatest.
This right here is our first ever volleyball trick shot. Beginner serve style.
Oh, yeah. I'm making moves.
Okay, that's impressive. That's impressive. I can see why people are looking at this. What do we got? 46. We got 12 million views plus on this video. What did we have on the last one? The last one we had 2.2 million views. This is what people are looking at on the internet, folks. This is what the world is looking at least in our neck of the woods. And you got to ask yourself, is this worthy of our attention? I got to say, after watching the videos, I can't really poo-poo it too much. I could watch this for hours and hours. But you got to ask yourself, what are we paying attention to on a regular basis? If we're paying attention to this, what's not getting attention? Well, just wanted to take a look at what was happening out there in the world. Take a look at what people are looking at. Let's move on to the topic of the show, folks. Let's get into it. It's tough letting things go. And I'm one to know. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that it's easy for me to let go of things. I hold on to things. When I was a kid, I walked into my first grade elementary school class, right? I walk into the class and I remember two things distinctly. I remember first the alphabet, A to Z on the wall. It's pretty cool, pretty memorable. I was like, that seems familiar. Got to learn more about that. And then the second thing was this girl. I locked eyes with this girl in the class. Let's call her Ariana Grande. Yeah, I locked eyes with Ariana, right? And it was love at first sight, all right? For me, not for Ariana. Ariana, she couldn't care less about me, all right? Didn't care at all about old Petey. But I loved her dearly. I adored her. We're going to spend the rest of our lives together. Absolutely smitten. And a year goes by, she's still not interested. 2 years go by, not interested. We're in grade 3. Not interested. This girl, I kept being upset, going to bed crying every night. Why doesn't she like me? What's wrong with me? Why doesn't she like me? Everybody likes me. Why can't she like me? Oh, I love her so much. Why can't she love me too? I'm 10. All right? Another year goes by, right? We get to 5th grade, and I think to myself, oh my God, what am I going to do? Right? I've been obsessed with this girl. I've been acting pretty creepy and weird, okay? I've been like staring at her all the time, writing her notes, stalking her. I walked her home many times. I shouldn't say that I walked her home. She walked home and I followed her. Let's put it that way. Creepy, I know. Why didn't she like the creepy dude? Why didn't she like? She had good reason not to like me, But yeah, just couldn't let go. And last year of elementary school, and we're going off to high school the next year, and I think to myself, oh my God, I got to make a move. I got to make a strong move. I got to do something. I'm going to lose my chance. So, at the age of 11, maybe 11 and a half, and I work up the courage, and I go up to her and I say, Ariana, would you like to go on a date with me? Maybe to McDonald's? And she said, yes! She said yes after 5 years of pursuing this girl, of being put down, not interested, don't want to play with you, don't touch me, don't follow me home, you creep. She finally said yes And I felt jubilation, absolutely fantastic. I go home, I tell my mom, and Mom, I asked this girl out on a date for the first time. It was the first time I asked a girl out on a date. And she said, yes. Can I have some money, please? I'm 11. So I get some cash, and the next day, I think it's Friday, I meet up with the girl after school, after class, like we agreed, at McDonald's. So I get to McDonald's, and I'm waiting for her. And then I look around, and there she comes, Ariana. I'm so into you, I can barely breathe. You know Ariana. I'm thinking, this is it. And all I want to do. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know how she does that hit flip there. Ariana walking towards me. Best day of my life. Quickly becomes the worst day of my life because she ain't alone. She got a younger brother and a younger sister. Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. My mother raised me right, or else I'd probably be saying terrible things to you right now. But I learned self-restraint, so no, it's fine. Bought them all McDonald's. And in that moment, I realized, maybe this relationship's not going to work out. I think her and I, it's not going to happen. Finally hit home after 5 obsessive years. And I began the process of letting her go. And 5 years later, I did. Letting go is tough for me, man. This is really hard. Letting go is like you get so accustomed to your feelings, right? You get so accustomed to the way you feel, accustomed to the way you think, and you behave. You just get so locked into that type of behavior. And I kind of think that that's part of what's wrong with the world today. I think there are ways to go forward, but we're so tied to tradition, so tied to the past, so tied to the familiar, that we don't jump into the new thing fast enough, right? And I get it, This new things kind of suck, Old things better. I'm walking down the street here in Montreal, and now we got these scooters, these electric scooters everywhere. They're everywhere. Okay, it's a nightmare. I can't walk 1 block without these scooters being in my way, all right? Right there on the sidewalk. I mean, that ain't right. Freaking eyesores. By golly, gosh darn it. Man, every time I see one of those things, I just want to kick them over and push them and break them, and hope that the person who left it there in my path gets a fine or something, So upset about these scooters going around. But then I look over about 3 feet. And what do I see there? Just cars. Right? Just going by me. 2-ton vehicles could kill me. Just a little twitch, and I'm dead. Right? Pumping out fumes out the back. And I'm fine with it. I'm not walking down the street pissed off, upset about cars. Sorry, watch my language. Because they're familiar. Because it's what came before. Because I'm accustomed to it. And this new thing I'm not accustomed to. Well, you know what? I want to let that go. I want to let that feeling go. I want to let that belief go. It's probably better to have a road full of scooters than it is to have a streets full of cars. But that's the attitude that we typically have as human beings. We're kind of apprehensive about the new, and I get that. But the world's changing so fast, and there's so many things that are available to us now and ahead of us in the near future, and we're going to have to make bold decisions in order to move forward. I don't know if that's with CRISPR, gene editing, or if it's with AI, or I don't know what. But we're going to have to adopt an attitude of letting go of the past and jumping onto the new. And yeah, it'll have its pitfalls. It's not tried and tested. Maybe some things will be a complete disaster. I don't know. But one thing I do know we want to let go of is this consumerism, right? There's nothing wrong with buying stuff and consuming, okay? I don't want to put it that way. But the things that we consume and the things that we buy are a little iffy, right? Just because we wanted that in the past doesn't mean that we got to keep wanting that in the future. You know, there's young people today who don't feel the need to own a house or to own a car. They share houses and they share cars, right? With things like Airbnb and Uber, they're eschewing this idea of ownership, and they're moving towards this new sort of mode of being where they're transitionary, they're traveling, they're experiencing different places, they're more global, and they're less tied to specific things. And so I like it. They don't feel the need to buy the cars and to buy the house and to buy all the stuff. They share it. A new paradigm. And it's tough. Tough for me, you know? But I think we need to move in that direction. So maybe it's something that you want. What do you spend your money on? What do you give your attention to? And you say, well, I do it because I've always done it. I do it because everybody else does it. You got to start asking yourself this question. Is it worth doing? You know, there are people out there still with cable. They have cable. The internet exists and people still have cable. Okay, landlines when there are cell phones. You know, people are resistant to change. I know that. But I want to encourage people to start the process of engaging with the new. Start experimenting and letting go of the old way. Who am I to say? You know, I'm a weird, creepy stalker dude. Shouldn't listen to me at all. Or maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe everyone should listen to Badguru. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Cancel that. Forget everything I just said. Forget it all. All right, folks, show's almost done. But before I let you go, I want to do a quick segment of, well, you look at that. And that's where you would take a look at something that really deserves your attention. Today, I want to talk to you about DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is an application. It's a software that allows you to edit videos. It allows you to do a lot more. Edit videos, edit audio. It's really fantastic. I do editing, and I use the Adobe suites. But then I was looking for something better, and DaVinci Resolve is free. DaVinci Resolve is free. If you want to learn how to do video editing, I learned how to do video editing 10 plus years ago, and it totally changed my life. It changed the trajectory. It changed what I could do. It opened up doors and made things possible. If you're looking for some way of letting go of what was and adopting something new that might help you, that might open up doors for you, DaVinci Resolve. I don't care if you're doing simple edits or if you want to do something complex. You want to create a short story or a movie or something like that. DaVinci Resolve is fantastic. I've been migrating over. I've changed over. I've learned DaVinci. It was a learning curve because I knew other applications and this was brand new to me. But it's been so satisfying to learn. It's so good. I can't believe it's free. There's a premium version of it, and I'm almost certainly going to have to buy that thing because I just love DaVinci Resolve so much. So if you're looking to increase your skill, there's tons of videos online. You can find out how to start with basic editing, start with something simple, right? You shoot a little video, a home movie on your phone, find some way of put on your computer, and then edit that video and find some creative way for you to edit this video just to try something new. Just to try something new. Let go of what was and start a new habit today. And maybe you know somebody who's an editor who would like to edit, and you can now tell them, hey, you don't have to spend money in order to learn how to edit, in order to get an application that's really good for you to edit. You can use DaVinci Resolve. It's free. I use it, and I definitely think you should check it out. So that's it for, well, you look at that, because DaVinci Resolve, that's A+. That's definitely A+. That's it, folks. That's it for the show. This is it. It is a new format. I know it's different than what I've done before. I've been doing live shows, and because of the quality, the level of the show I want to get to with the graphics and all that stuff, my computer's just not powerful enough. My setup isn't powerful enough to do a proper live stream without bugging out, without ruining the show. So I decided I'm going to go back to my roots and do some video editing. And it's longer, but I think it produces a really fun show. So I hope you liked it. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it. This really helps me. Those two things, subscribing to the channel and liking the video, really, really helps. It helps YouTube let other people know, hey, this is a video that you definitely want to check out. So thank you so much for watching the show. If you think somebody else would like it, definitely definitely share it with them. My name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Badguru Nightly, and I am Badguru. That's very flattering. Thank you. To be honest, I think you're beautiful too. I just don't think it'd be very professional for me to get involved with a client, you understand? No, it's not about money. It's not about money at all. Wait, how much? I guess there's no harm in just meeting up, maybe talking about it, see how things go. Yeah, I'm available now. I'll see you soon.